Hi everyone, it's Cliff here for yctestdrive. Welcome back to my channel. For those that are seeing this for the first time, let me quickly just explain to you what I do. Alright? I'm fascinated by cars, that's one thing. I love test driving cars and I love talking about cars. And I also enjoy traveling as well. If there's also any car that you would want me to test drive, you would want to see on yctestdrive, just put a comment below. I'll look for that car, talk about that car, and then we'll discuss about that car. Okay, so today, what do we have here today? I'm so lucky. Today we have a 2016 BMW X3 2-liter diesel. This 2-liter engine has a 4-cylinder inline producing 188 horsepower, that's 400 Newton meter of torque. This SUV is equipped with LED lights and day running lights with fog lights. It has a 18-inch alloy rim with run-flat tires, with door electronic adjustment, auto lights, and multi-function steering wheel. I should say the BMW's radio does not differ much to the other BMWs on the market. You also have some air vent at the back, some 12-volt charging system, and you also have some ISOFIX for the baby seat. You also have some armrest, and you can pop it up and have some cup holder. This can feel luxury, especially if there are only 2 people at the back. You can also pull down the entire middle seat to have access to the back side, which is really quite handy. From here, you will have access to your bags at the back side. You can also pull the cover to hide your luggage at the back side. You can also remove the net at the back and have enough space. Unfortunately, this is quite heavy and you do not have a place to keep it. If you fold the back seat, you will have the humongous space to be able to load other things at the back. This BMW has a multi-function remote key which you can open the windows. You can also still open the sunroof all the way to the back just by holding onto the key. You can also still close the sunroof by holding onto the key. You can also open the boot just by pressing the key. I like that. You can also close the boot by holding onto the key. If you stop, it stops. And if you hold on to it, it goes all the way to the bottom. If you want, you can just press it manually. It just drops down all the way. You can also press and pop up the tow bar from the hiding. It takes some time, but gently as it pops up. So, I am going to drive this car for some distance, just for me to really feel how the car is, familiarize myself with the car, and we are going to discuss about this car, what I would like about this car, and if there's anything that I might not like about this car, I'll share with you. So follow me so that you see what we are going to be talking about regarding this car for the next few days. We'll drive it on gravel road, we'll drive it on tar road, and then we'll just do a few discussion about this car. Okay, this X3, okay, right now I'm coming by the traffic lights, so it has this auto start, auto off, where as soon as I stop now, it just went off. Sometimes some people like it, it's good for fuel consumption, but I'm not a fan of it really. I don't like this auto start, auto stop thing, because every time I remove my feet, it feels like it's a slight delay. But if you want to save fuel, like now it's just started itself, if you want to save fuel, I think that's quite good. So this being a 2-liter turbocharged, of course there is a 3-liter. There is a X3 3-liter, which is slightly powerful than this one. This one, why I would say I would like this one, it's because the fuel consumption, it's quite good. It's a diesel, it's only 2-liter, and it's turbocharged. So for that reason, I find that it's very economical, especially for city, if you are a person who just drive from home, work, and also for long distance, it's also very good. It's very, very good on fuel. As I'm driving now on the tar, this car is applying 60% of power at the rear wheel and 40% in front. That's just a normal drive. But as soon as I go on off-road, it will apply 50-50. It will automatically detect that now I'm on off-road, and it will start applying the balanced power both in front and at the back. The price range for an X3 2-liter diesel turbocharged would be roughly between 250 to 300,000 Namibian dollars. The BMW X3 is in competition with cars like the Mercedes-Benz GLC, the Audi Q5, and the VW Tiguan, to mention a few. This specific model is called the F25, and I should point out it's a well-designed SUV. One of the things that I like is the sunroof. I can just hold this and then you can see the skies, and that the panoramic sunroof glass. It's just amazing that you can have this outside and this feel, you know, it gives you that feel. It makes you feel the sunlight. It makes you feel really good. The BMW X3 is one of the smooth riding SUV on the market. This car can be used for different purposes. You can use it as a family car. You can use it to drive in town to work. You can also use it for off-road, as this is the 4-wheel drive. The automatic gearbox on this car is one of the best gearboxes. It's actually a Steptronic, so that means it's an 8-speed auto shift. Right now I'm in normal drive, so if I pull it, just step this way, then I can start shifting myself by pulling this way and pulling this way all the way to 8th gear. Alright, here you have a couple of settings that you have here. You also have a sports mode. Right now I'm in eco mode. I'll press here. This is eco pro. We'll see it goes in eco pro. You have also comfort. Okay, if I press there, you can see the color of comfort. It's quite different. Sports mode. As soon as you push it in sports mode, immediately you see the rev counters goes up. When you throw it in sports, the steering wheel feels slightly stiff. You can feel there's that kick as soon as you put it in sport. It has even the way it starts acting right now, it's quite different. I like this knob really, and the functions that you have here. You have, of course, audio here. You have you can wind it, and then you can have a few selections. This car also has a tire pressure monitoring system, so you can see how much of the tire pressure. The other thing I like is the cruise control right here. So with cruise control, you press it here, you will see it will indicate there, and then there's that red arrow that is on the needle. The good thing about the BM, you can push that arrow, and you see as you push that, it goes. I like the delay that it goes with where you want before you push it there, and then it starts picking up on its own. Okay, I don't want to exceed the speed limit. Always very important to drive within the limits, of course. And then I'll put it in comfort mode, in Eco Pro. Eco Pro, we want to save the fuel as we still have a distance, so I like that. The screen though, it has rain sensors. BMW, when it comes to the radio, they do not really change that much. It looks like the radio that you'll find in a 3 Series. It still looks like the radio that you'll find in other models, so it's quite simple really. You have the dual aircon here. You can have different temperature on the other side, different temperature this side. You can then synchro, and you have Bluetooth here. You have voice control and all that. So you have 5 speakers in here, so the sound system is very good. I like this trimming here, this chrome trimming here. It really looks good. Makes it very, very well. This chrome trimming and this black, this gloss black that comes here. This car has leather seats. You have this compartment here where you can have cup holder and your cigarette lighter right here. So that's quite easy. You have the descent control here. You have your parking sensors here that you can activate and deactivate. You can actually have traction control that you can also activate and deactivate. It's in drive like it is right now, and I decided to pull out the seat belt while it's still in drive, and I decided to open the door. Just watch what will happen here. As soon as I decide to open the door, the car will put itself in parking immediately, and it can actually pull the handbrake. As soon as I have it in auto hold, every time I stop, the handbrake immediately kicks in. Alright, so now we are heading on gravel road. I like the landscape really. Look at how stunning it is. This area, Comas Hockland Mountains. So surrounding the city, it's quite stunning. So we are going in gravel road now. I want to just feel the comfort and feel how it is when you are in comfort mode on gravel road, and the stability as well. Immediately as soon as you get on gravel road, you feel that it's quite stable. Without my hands on, you feel the car is stable and it's quite smooth. I'm very surprised with this car really. The smoothness that you have here. It doesn't have much of noise. There's soundproofing outside in gravel road like this where you could feel a bit of noise. Yeah, it's quite okay with this car. I like it. This car is actually made to drive on gravel road as well. It's an off-road car, it's a town car, it's a family car, it's an everything car. Alright, the landscape, these mountains are within 1,800 meters above the sea level. It's just lovely, really. Going through the valleys and the river. Vegetation-wise, you have a lot of acacia tree. The grass is quite dry. This time of the year, it's winter time. This is the time when the grass falls off. The trees, also the leaves starts falling off, and everything starts getting gray. It's good really to still see that this time of the year, some of these rivers still have water. I think for animals, for farmers, like for the game farm here, the roads are quite good as usual. I always love our roads. I always say our roads are quite amazing. For this car, it feels comfortable. I'm quite stunned by the suspension of this car. We are driving on gravel road, but I don't feel it. It's like the body is stationary and the wheels are moving inward. So it's quite lovely, really. So next time on YC Test Drive, a leopard ran behind a Toyota game viewing Land Cruiser. A cheetah comes very close, and I get time to relax at the backseat of the BMW X3. See you in my next video.